What are some signs that someone is secretly depressed? If someone overreacts to something small and blows it way out of proportion, it's usually a sign that they are very unhappy about something else but either don't know it or are incapable of fixing it. Just sitting for hours, browsing your phone, hoping the people you live with won't interrupt your foggy solace, but deep down wishing you could just remove yourself from this stale nightmare of boredom and anxiety. Back in high school, I had a friend who committed suicide. I didn't know he was depressed. And even in hindsight I couldn't tell. In conclusion, I have no answer to this question. Some people just hide it really well. Always being funny and sarcastic and never actually talking about anything of substance going on in your life even with close friends. Or at least that's how I do it. As someone who struggles with depression, when I'm in my most depressed periods I have no energy and the smallest tasks can seem like the most difficult ones to overcome. Like vacuuming my apartment. Activities I used to love doing. Painting, writing, drawing, etc. makes me feel nothing when I'm in these periods as well. So I'd look for signs like being uninterested in previous interests, being more tired than normal, eating less, more than normal, etc. I also find that when I struggle and don't feel well mentally, my surroundings reflect the chaos I feel in my head. My apartment will often during these periods be messy because every small task takes me days to be able to do. They no longer clean their room, living spaces, start slowly communicating less, eating less, sleeping more, constantly saying they're tired. Least these are thing my husband says info before I realize I'm depressed and can start the counter measures of fighting against it. Withdrawal. Because you said, secretly. If someone is really trying to hide it, it will be subtle. Look for things that aren't themselves. Of course, everyone normally does all these things differently. But what you're looking for is a deviation in baseline for them. For calls, they may still answer the phone, but find an excuse to get off pretty quickly, and they don't talk with enthusiasm about anything. Just listen to you to be polite. Then go. For texts, delay in response longer than usual. Kind of phone it in answers. They may just lol at something when before they'd add to the joke and start some joking back and forth. They may be able to fake it pretty well at in-person things. But it will be hard, so they may go into another room for a bit for a made-up reason. Or leave early. This is hard. So they may start to cancel things. They may talk about travel or moving to a completely different place, or talk about a dramatic job change. Obviously super happy people can do that too. So you have to put it in context of their overall demeanor. Are they excitedly talking about moving? Or are they talking about it in a hollow, distant-eyed, it's gotta be better than here way? If you live with this person or are with them all the time, you're looking for things off baseline. They don't talk as much, don't laugh as much, either don't engage as much at all. The kinds of things they listen to or watch may be different. They may stop watching the news even though they used to. Or either stop watching depressing, scary movies or switch to depressing movies when they used to like comedies. They may suddenly become interested in weirdly childish or comforting shows they wouldn't have liked before. Remember, in teenagers, depression is often expressed as anger, irritability, refusal to do things, and drawings of sad things. It looks different than in adults. Sleeping a lot and missing scheduled things. Talking less. Quiet and mumbling. When someone asks them to repeat what they said, they say it doesn't matter. All these people saying if they isolate themselves and don't go out socially, that must mean I'm depressed then. I thought I was just getting old and had enough of going out. For me, I know one of the giveaways is when I have difficulty answering someone when they ask what I got up to on the weekend. Because I've stopped engaging in any hobbies or going out anywhere. I spent 6 hours sitting on the sofa staring at the blank TV screen. Isn't really a good answer, lol. It's made people suspicious in the past and led to some awkward, "Are you okay?" type questions that I really don't want to deal with. They mean well, and they do care about me, but I don't want to drag them into my shit. So now I go into work after the weekend with a prepared list. A movie, a book, an outing, and a video game. So I've got an answer that isn't just, "Not much." How about you? Quote, lack of enthusiasm and rarely want to go anywhere. They tend to do things because they have to and not want to. They avoid any type of social situations because of their unfortunate circumstances. If you're forcing yourself to celebrate something like Christmas, it's a silent scream for help. Doing an activity you used to love and now feel nothing, not even a negative emotion. They have a reduced sensitivity to risk, particularly social risk.